Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Offering my obeisance at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sharda Devi and Vivekananda, I offer my heartfelt pranams to all of you. A tourist from European country asked a person called Bablu in a village in India, "Any great man born in this village?" Bablu replied, "No, sir, only small babies are born in our village." An interviewer, while he was interviewing an aspirant for job, he asked him a peculiar question. Just imagine you are on the third floor. Just imagine that you are on the third floor. Now the third floor caught fire, and how will you escape? Now the aspirant Bablu replied, "It's simple, sir. I will stop my imagination." Bablu's, for the first time he sat in the aeroplane, he heard of the accident in Ahmedabad. So many people died. So he was so afraid while traveling. The moment he saw the airplane was about to land in Bombay, he became so happy. He started shouting, "Bombay, Bombay has come, Bombay, Bombay, Bombay." Then the air hostess got upset and told, "Be silent." Then he started again shouting, "Bombay, Bombay, Bombay." He removed B from Bombay because the air hostess told, "Be silent." So he removed B from Bombay and started shouting, "Bombay, Bombay, Bombay." So after so many events which took place in India, we can see that life is so unpredictable. In Kashmir, a few months back, the tourists went for the vacation and the terrorists shot them. Some people went to the trophy because the RCB IPL match got the trophy, so they went to the parade, and it ends in a stampede and many people died. A husband went with his wife to Meghalaya after the marriage, and he was killed by his own wife. You go in a flight for work or vacation and it crashes. And that very plane, it crashed into a hostel, medical students' hostel. So the medical students in their hostel were studying, and the plane fell on those medical students and many of them died. So this life is so unpredictable. We have to live every moment of life as if that's the last day. You may not get another moment to enjoy your happy moments in life. So now, let us go through a beautiful statement of few great people who had realized God. Ramana Maharshi is telling, your own self-realization is the greatest service you can render to the world. Your own self-realization is the greatest service you can render to the world. Then there is another great realized soul. His name was Paramahamsa Yogananda. He tells, your real family is one who takes you closer to God. The others are just karmic entanglements. What has Swami Paramahamsa Yogananda told? He tells that your real family is one who takes you closer to God. The others are just karmic entanglements. In good times, they will party with you. In bad times, they will dump you. So don't waste your time in silly socializing. Meditate and serve the poor and needy and break free from the shackles of repeated birth, old age, disease and death. Paramahamsa Yogananda. So what did he tell? Your real family is the one who takes you closer to God. Now there was a priest and there was a driver, a drunkard driver. Both of them died and went to the gates of Peter, where he will be deciding where will he go, to hell or heaven. So the saint sent the drunkard driver to heaven and the priest to a very ordinary place in the heaven. So the priest was very upset. He told the saint, why is it? I did so much of prayers on Sundays and made all the people who came to the mass hear about the Lord, and you have sent me to an ordinary heaven, and that drunkard, a driver, you have made him to go to the highest form of heaven. This is injustice. Then the saint replied, you see, whenever you started the satsang or whatever you call in the church, the mass, then all people would go to sleep. But when the driver started driving his bus, the drunkard, all people were so afraid. The way he used to drive, they used to always constantly, intensely think of God. So that driver did a better service in making the people remember God than you. So he got the highest form of heaven. So whatever that might be, now coming to all these incidences which happened in India, where it looks as if life is so unpredictable, let us come to hear the wonderful words of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna tells, suppose rice is boiling in the pot, because all Indians and especially Hindus, you know how to cook rice. To test whether the rice is properly boiled, you need not test all the grains, whether it is boiled. You take one grain from the vessel and you press that grain between your fingers. At once you come to know whether the whole pot of rice is boiled or not. Surely you would not press each and every grain of the rice. So now after giving this beautiful example, Sri Ramakrishna tells, similarly, you can know whether this world is real or unreal, eternal or ephemeral, existent or non-existent, by just examining 2 or 3 incidences, objects in your life. So now all this which has happened is enough to show how unpredictable is our life, how unreal is everything. So Sri Ramakrishna goes forward. Man is born, lives for some days, and then dies. So too are animals and trees, born and live and they die. Discriminating like this, you come to know the same is the fate of all things endowed with name and form. Even of the earth, even of the sun, even of the moon, everything will get destroyed. Only it's a matter of time. Do you not thus come to understand the nature of all things in the universe? If you observe just one incidence from your life, it's the same. When you thus recognize the world to be unreal and ephemeral, you will no longer have any love for this world. You will renounce it from your mind and become free from all desires and attachment. When you succeed in this act of renunciation, then you come to know God, who is the cause of this universe. One who gains the realization of God in this way, if he is not all-knowing, what else is he? Asks Sri Ramakrishna. Now, what is the way after seeing how unpredictable our life is? We should find some way, easy way. Let us find that easy way. We want the shortcuts, we want easy way to realize God. So I'll take you through the life of one great saint in India, which will show us God realization is very, very easy. How is it? Once there was a devotee named Pundalika in Karnataka in India. He led a very wayward life, a very bad life. In his younger days, as youth, he spoiled all the money, spent all his money on liquor, gambling, and even prostitution. So one of the prostitutes deceived him and took away all the property. So he had to come to the streets. So nothing to look after his parents. He neglected his parents. He didn't take care of them. They were great devotees of Lord Krishna. Though he was also a devotee of Krishna, but due to his bad association, he did all these things and came to be a pauper, completely off. So because his mind was in a pathetic condition, to get peace of mind, he left his parents, who pleaded, please take, now we are going to a pilgrimage, please take us there too. He was not interested. He didn't have any respect for his parents. So he went to pilgrimage on his own because he was in deep depression because of all that prostitute had deceived him, taking away all his property and money. So he was in sort of a depression, so he went on a pilgrimage to Kashi. So while on the way, he reached the ashrama of one rishi. The rishi's name, that is the saint's name, was Kukkuta Maharshi. He asked the sage, because anybody going to the ashram, they will feed him, they will give him some place to stay. While he was staying there, he asked that Maharshi, Kukkuta Rishi, whether he knew the way to Kashi, Varanasi. In those days, there was no Google. There was no other phone or mobile to ask way. They have to ask everybody there and move. And everybody had to walk. So now he asked the way to Kashi. Kukkuta Rishi, that saint, said that he did not know the way to Kashi. And he had never been to Kashi or Varanasi. Pundalika, he was surprised. What is this? They call you a saint? He made fun of this Kukkuta Rishi for not knowing the way to Kashi. Being a holy man, you do not know, you have not visited Kashi, you do not know the way to Kashi. A holy man like him should have already visited Kashi many times. Kukkuta Rishi smiled and kept quiet and did not bother to answer Pundalika. During the course of the night, Pundalika, he would not get sleep because of the disturbed state of mind. He couldn't get sleep. In the midnight, he woke up, he heard some sound. He went out to see. What was that? 3 ladies, beautifully dressed, with lot of costly ornaments. They had lot of blisters, wounds and marks, looking very ugly. But within you could see they were like devatas. But above, because of that wounds and all the other things, they looked ugly. They came, they were young. So with so much of ornaments, well dressed, they came and started sweeping, taking care of the Goshala, cleaning the whole ashrama. When nobody was there, all of them were cleaning. The whole of the ashram was cleansed nicely. They did all the work from night to the morning. Then in the morning, they went away. Again, next day too, Pundalika saw the 3 same women. While they were going back after all the work in the ashram, they were glowing with radiance. They had become so beautiful. They were devatas themselves now. So they went back. So he was surprised. What is this am I seeing here? The next day too, while he couldn't sleep in the night, he woke up to that sound and saw the same ladies, but now again ugly, having a lot of sores and wounds and blisters on the face and the whole body. They came there, they were serving the whole ashram with great care. And in the morning, they left with radiance, bright, beautiful, no wounds, no disease. The same happened 3 days. The 3rd day, he couldn't keep quiet. Out of curiosity, he went and accosted those 3 ladies while they were leaving. Who are you? How is that every day night you come here, ugly with all that bruises, marks and wounds, so much of disease, but while going, after doing all the work, while going back, I see so much of radiance in you, so much of beauty. Who are you? Then the 3 ladies answered, I am Ganga. The other lady told, I am Yamuna. The other lady told, I am Saraswati. Then why do you become so ugly and with lot of wounds and all that thing? After receiving the sins committed by so many devotees and other people, the sinners, they come and take bath in us. We have to receive all their sins. The whole day we receive their sins, and so we get all the disease and the marks and the bruises. All their sins come to us and we have to suffer. Then how to forego, how to remove that sins and all the troubles? Then we come to the different ashramas of great saints who have realized God and serve their ashrams, serve those great saints. When we serve due to their great God-realized state and their punya, that sins go away while we do the service. The service, act of service to the saints and that ashram, it removes all that sins we have gathered from that sinners. Now, in the morning, after all that service to the saints and the ashram, we become radiant, back normal to the devata. We become that goddesses. Normal, no sins. Again, we go back to receive the sins of innumerable people who come to the pilgrimage. Then he was shocked to hear that. So you should note that whenever you do any service to any ashram or the temple or to the saints, what happens behind the scene? Why do we do that? Even Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, who used to receive so much of sin from all the sinners, what did they do? Now, Pundalika, who was making fun of this Rishi, Kukkuta Rishi, when he saw this happen, when he heard about from Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, they had come to clean the ashram of Kukkuta Rishi. Pundalika wondered how a saint like Kukkuta, who had not even visited Kashi, could become such a holy and powerful man. And the 3 holy rivers came down to purify his ashram. The 3 women, that is Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, told Pundalika that piety and spirituality and devotion does not depend on visiting only holy places or doing some rituals, costly yaga, yagna, homa, havan, costly rituals. But real spiritual life, real piety, religion is in performing one's own duty with great devotion. See, I told you, I'm going to take you through the easiest path to spiritual life. Whatever might be your duty, you may be a student, do your duty properly. You may be working somewhere, as a lawyer, as a doctor, as a teacher, or anything, as a housekeeper, anything, whatever. You are a maid, you are a worker, you are a servant. You have to do your duty as an offering to God. That is what Krishna told Arjuna. Swadharme nidhanam shreha parodharmo bhayavaha. You should do your duty which has come to you now at this point of life with great devotion. It is better to die doing your duty than to be attracted by somebody else's duty because it looks lucrative. So just performing your duty as an offering to God, whatever duties you have. If you are a householder, look after your parents properly. Your wife, your husband, your children, the household properly with great devotion, seeing God in them. That itself is enough. So, piety, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati is telling that Pundalika was told piety, spirituality and devotion does not depend upon simply visiting holy places and going here and there. What do? We go to all the pilgrimages without any devotion. How do we go? One of our senior Swamijis used to tell, Swami Bodhanandaji Maharaj, we all of us, devotees, will go around the world doing good. After some times, going around only remains and doing good stops. Just going around the world, that's all, for fun. So that is our pilgrimage. Even Havan, even the puja and everything. What kind of attitude we do our Havan and puja? In the shop, there will be a separate category for the Havan Samagris. What is that? All the low caste things, low quality things, very ugly fruits. You don't give the best to the puja and Havan. So there is separate Samagris for that. Not costly. But for your wedding, for the daughters or the sons or some other things of your house, the best is to be given. But for God and the temple, ordinary thing, ordinary cloth, ordinary is necessary. So with this attitude, how will you attain anything? So, whatever duty you are doing, do that with great care, whatever might be that duty, just your duty, offering to God with great devotion, that itself will take you to the highest, told Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. So, what happened after that? The 3 women, that is Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, told him that sage Kukkuta, that realized soul, had served and nursed his parents most faithfully and devotedly all his life. And that was one aim, that was his goal, just serving his father and mother with great care. That sage did that duty with great care, seeing God in them, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, and served them. And that's how he got realization. He has become a great saint. He has thus accumulated, by just serving his parents with great care, punya, enough to earn moksha and bring us down to earth to serve him. Now, he started comparing himself. Pundalika had left his old parents at home and visiting Kashi to gain moksha and blessing, while his parents pleaded him, please take us to Kashi in our old age, we need help. He neglected them. So he started repenting. He did not bother to entertain the request of his parents to take him to Kashi. Now Pundalika now understood his mistake. He didn't go to Kashi. He rushed back to his parents. Took his parents to all the pilgrimages Kashi, and on return started taking care of them so devotedly. From then onwards, the care of his old mother and father became his goal of life before everything else. So, the house deity, as I told, father and mother were devoted to Krishna. He was also a devotee of Krishna. Seeing the way he served his father and mother now, after the transformation, Lord Krishna was moved by the sincere devotion of this Pundalika. You should note that this Rishi Pundalika lived few hundred years back in India. It is not something from Treta Yuga or Satya Yuga. And that Lord he established is still standing there in Pandharpur. I'll take you through that. So now Lord Krishna was so pleased the way he was so devotedly serving his father and mother. He decided to visit Pundalika's home to bless him. Now, instead of Pundalika going to Lord Krishna to have his vision, because of his devoted service, seeing God in them, Lord Krishna himself came to his house, Pundalika's house, to bless him. Don't you see, in the life of Sri Ramakrishna, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he served the poor people and also his mother, widowed mother, with so much great care. He was ready to cross the flooded Amodara river, Damodar river, in floods, in spate, just to keep up one word of his mother. That was the devotion to his mother. What happened? Sri Ramakrishna himself went to visit Vidyasagar in his house. In the gospel you can see visit to Vidyasagar's house, and blessed him there. Why? Devotion to father and mother. So, you need not do hard practices like lifting your leg, pranayama, that and this. Just do the duty which you are doing. Look after your parents, look after your children, seeing God in them. Shortcut, easiest way. That's all. Only you have to change your attitude. And there the Lord will be pleased. When Lord Krishna visited Pundalika's home, what was he doing? He was serving his parents. After feeding, he had put them to sleep, because in that place in India, you know, the temperature, he was no aircon at that time. So he was taking a leaf fan, and in one hand he was putting that cool air to them to make them comfortably sleep, and in another hand he was pressing their, massaging their feet. Both his father and mother were sleeping, and he was serving them with great care. Lord Krishna saw this. He was so happy, Lord Krishna. He told Pundalika, I'm happy by the service you are doing to your father and mother. I have come to bless you. Come, ask me some boon. I'm very pleased with you. What happened? What did Pundalika do? Told, my Lord, I'm very happy to receive boons from you, but I can't come to take care of you now because I am serving my parents. I don't want them to be disturbed. So, Lord, you have to wait. Can you imagine? A devotee making the Lord to wait to serve his parents? The Lord was happy. Okay, continue your service. But I'm God, I can't stand on the ground. Give me something to stay, some chair to sit or some cloth or asana, just to stand. He was serving. He couldn't get up and go, leave the service of his father and mother. What did he do? He saw a brick was lying there. He took that brick quickly and threw it at Krishna. Stand on this. Krishna accepted it, stood on that brick. If somebody is waiting for another person, how will he stand? He will be putting his hand like this on the waist and waiting. Krishna is standing there. He never finished his service to the parents. Krishna is still waiting there. That is the temple. It's called Pandharpur. He's waiting. The Lord is waiting still for the devotee to come back and receive the boon. He continued serving his parents, and in that service itself, after old age, they died. Here, Krishna was still standing. He told Lord, now I have to do the last rites of my parents. I can't come to you, receive the boons. So he took to the bank, the Bhima, river Bhima there, and did all the last rites. Then he thought, now if I go back to Krishna, he will give me boons and he will go away. What is the use to the world, other people? What is the use to all the other people who are suffering? I have got everything. I have served my parents and realized God. What will happen to the other people? So he thought, I will never go back to Krishna. And he, because he couldn't withstand the separation of his parents, he drowned himself in the Bhima river and gave up his body to be with his parents. And there, even now, today, you go to Pandharpur, it is in Maharashtra, Krishna is standing there, waiting for his devotee to come to give him the boon. Vitthala, Vitthala, Panduranga, Jai Hari, Vitthala, Panduranga. Gujarat, in Maharashtra, in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Lord Krishna is worshipped as Vitthala. Why? He gets the name from Vishnu or Vitevari, standing on the brick. That's why he's called Vitthala. So you can see that shortcut is there. Life is unpredictable, but taking the name of the Lord, doing His service, seeing in every bit of your duty, everything you do, whatever, you may be a teacher, you may be a maid, you may be cooking, you may be a cook, whatever, offer that, do that with great devotion. That is enough. Lord will be pleased. Seeing God in every human being, then Lord will come to you. You need not go to the Lord. So, Master also served his own mother with great care in Dakshineshwar. Every day he used to visit his mother. She used to live in the Nahabat, the lower portion. Mother Sharda Devi lived on the first floor. Mother Chandramani Devi used to live. Master used to go, massage her feet, press her feet, fan her, feed her food. Master, realized soul, Avatar Purusha, how great care he took of his mother. For some reasons, in her old age, she could not eat food. Master would also not eat food. So these are all examples for us. Living all these things, when God is walking with us, around us, behind us in the form of mother, father, wife, husband, children, neighbors, seeing the live manifestation without noticing, ignoring them, ill-treating them. Anger, jealousy, name and fame, ego. We don't care for the people who are around us, the Lord who is living, who is manifested there, willfully come and staying around you. We go to the stone image, we go to the photo, force it with Naivedya. When the poor man is dying without food, we don't care. When your own father and mother need something, you don't want to do. So shortcut. Whatever, wherever you are, do every bit of your duty to your father, mother, everybody, whoever, seeing God in them. That is the shortest way of realizing God. Whatever this world might be unpredictable, let it be as it is. Why do we care for that? One day we have to die. But before that, we have to realize who we are. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.